Newsreel and Yalek here, Monday, March 21st, 2022. Real news real quick. The Senate Judiciary Committee opened Supreme Court confirmation hearings Monday, with Republicans promising pointed questions for Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson and Democrats praising her. Jackson promised to decide cases without fear or favor and will answer questions on Tuesday and Wednesday. On a 3-1 vote on Monday, the Securities and Exchange Commission will require companies now to disclose greenhouse gas emissions and how climate risk affects their business. Ukraine rejected Moscow's demand to surrender the port city of Mariupol after weeks of bombing and bombardments and street-by-street guerrilla warfare. Russia's seizure of Mariupol would be its first strategic victory. Russia has threatened more assaults and military tribunals. In the capital city of Kyiv, Russia's attacks on a shopping mall late Sunday killed 8 people. The Kremlin warned U.S. Ambassador to Russia John Sullivan today in Moscow that relations with the United States are on the verge of a breach. Wow, no joke. After Biden called Vladimir Putin a murderous dictator. Commissioner Couy Griffin, an elected member of the Otero, New Mexico County Commission, began his trial on Monday in Washington, D.C. on misdemeanor charges of entering a restricted area and disorderly conduct during the January 6, 2021 Capitol protests. Couy didn't harm any property, and he claims he only led a prayer on the Capitol steps. He's the leader of a political committee named Cowboys for Trump. In a tough runoff for Texas Attorney General against popular and accomplished incumbent Ken Paxton, Land Commissioner George P. Bush today announced he is forcing the tenants in the buildings across the Alamo Monument to break their leases early and vacate by October for a new Alamo Museum. Bush, who has fought for years to move the Alamo cenotaph, now claims he is dedicated to the Alamo as a sacred shrine of liberty and independence. Oh, what an election will do. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said Monday in Washington, D.C. that the central bank is prepared to raise interest rates in 0.5 percentage point steps and high enough to deliberately slow the economy and ensure price stability. And finally, a China Eastern Airlines Boeing 737 with 132 people on board crashed on Monday afternoon in a mountainous area of South China in Guangxi. Rescue teams rushed to the site, hoping to find survivors, but only found debris and fire. And that's the way the world is. See